Yeah, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Straight Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Friday. Here with the Pick Dawgz Morning Show. Y'all know the drill, man. We're live 365. Just let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see the day's action playing out. We got 15 games for Major League Baseball today, season winding on down. We got 2 games from college football. Oklahoma State, Tulsa, Rutgers, and
Iowa.
Hawkeyes. And then we got win or go home tonight in the WNBA. Mercury at home, Liberty rolling in. I got a good crew of guys to help me break down today's card. Calm before the storm. Calm before the storm, man. A lot of action heading on this weekend. Chris, what's happening? How you doing?
Doing well. Nice day yesterday, 3-1 day. Only got snake bit with the Padres, but that's okay. It's take the winning days and you can get them. And we're heading into the weekend strong. And like you said, it's a solid card today. Just got to start to navigate spots and try to figure out motivation. Try to figure out who's going to start where, who's going to put out a full lineup. If there are teams that are going to start resting guys in baseball, so. It's just a time of year where you have to sort of lock in. So I'm ready to break down the card and make you guys some money.
Fridays with Costi. Durant, you'll be back on the floor here soon. What's happening?
Yeah, a new city, but we're acclimating to Houston right now. No, I'm just kidding. But no, great. As expected, the game script exactly what I anticipated yesterday in the Thursday night game. Giving it an NFL team 11.5 points. It actually went up to 12.5, closer to game time. On a short week, with the total being as high as it is, division game, it just one of those things that just looked a little too easy. I'd say not one group that I can remember from last night, not one had the opposite side. Not one sharp group was on the Bills. There was a lot of overs mixed in there, so feels good to be on the right side of the NFL on the Thursday night game. But now it's Friday. Got to get locked in for the weekend. Huge football slate tomorrow. Released already a lot of games. So let's talk about it.
Let's do it. Jeremy, what's happening?
What's up, man? Hey, I've kind of the same thing as Costi. I called it a vomit play yesterday, but I hit on the Dolphins plus the points because it's an ugly button to click, but sometimes it's what you got to do. Didn't have a great day yesterday at all. I think I went 1-2 in the plays that I posted. But I got all my college football and pro stuff up for the weekend already. So 5 plays on Saturday, 5 on Sunday. But like Ozzy said, this is a good football weekend, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're not quite there yet, though, man. We got a lot of baseball to talk about today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm kind of busy today, so I don't really got a lot of time to yap to y'all. If you just want me to be completely honest. So we finna get a move on it. We are about to get a move on it. We're gonna start our day in Detroit. Old man Morton on the mound for the Tigers. On the other side is Bryce Elder for the
Braves.
There we go. Tigers slight home favorite in this one. Total 8.5. We got the Cubs and the Reds. Cubs $1.20 road favorite in this one. A's and the Pirates, and Yankees and the Orioles. Chris, what we doing to start today, my man?
We're gonna go with the Orioles and the plus money here against the Yankees. I think that if you're looking for a spot where it's the most winnable for the Orioles in this series, I think this is it. I mean, Trevor Rogers, staff ace for the Orioles this season. He's been lights out for the better part of the year. Will Warren, has been hittable, especially on the road. And to me, that just sets up as the spot for the Orioles to get some get back on the Yankees after being shut out yesterday. So I'm going to take the Orioles on the money line in this one.
What you doing here, Costi?
I'm on the under in the same game that Chris is talking about. I like the under in the Yankees-Orioles game. I get it. Jeremy will probably tell me the weather's really good. It's great hitting weather. It's like 90 degrees today in Baltimore. This is our second summer, like we call it here on the East Coast. But Trevor Rogers has been a stickler for every lineup he's faced this year. I think they're able to sustain New York. For New York, I mean, they won 7-0 yesterday, but I think they'll sustain New York enough. I think the total is high enough where it sounds to me like a 5-4, maybe at the worst case for a push, but I'm thinking it's going to be 5-2, 5-1. The Orioles can't score runs right now. And not obsessed with the other pitcher. Warren has been susceptible to give up a lot of hits here lately, but still think 9 is – you're in a good spot betting the under.
Jeremy, what you think here first slide of the day?
Hey, Costi, it's good hitting weather in Baltimore. I don't know if you know that, but I made a rule, by the way, with the Orioles and Trevor Rogers. I won't bet an over in a Trevor Rogers start, so I'm not touching the game. I do like a prop play. I like Gunnar Henderson over 1.5 bases. He's minus 105. Some of the other spots that I thought were interesting was the Cubs and the Reds. I like Shota under his K mark at 4.5. He's been questionable at best on the road. And I think the over looks good here. I think we see some runs scored in this game. Look, I'm going too fast. I'm mixing everything up and just bouncing. And here's Jay trying to find it.
I got a million things going at the same time. We're good. Lean towards the Tigers here at home at the crib Friday night. I have no reason not to take them. Elders trash. Braves are done. They're cooked. Finito. Tigers trying to get into good playoff form. Everybody thinks this team is one and done. I don't necessarily think that. I'll take more than the Tigers here Friday night at home. Y'all know I love playing my home teams on Friday night. People love showing up to the ballpark on Friday nights. And then we got a good sample size. Braves on the road overall this season. They've been a fade. So let's get it done. Oh, man, Morton. Nah, I'm cool. I'm with the guys. I'm on the Orioles. I told you yesterday I felt like it was a Yankee style spot. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees, Max Fried getting in the playoff form. I didn't think that was the spot to fade the Yankees, but I do think today is. Rogers has just been, what have I called him a lot of this season? The plus money demon. Because, man, he's been a cash machine. And I see no reason not to go back to him today. Will Warren was terrible his last start out. Yankees haven't really backed him up. Orioles have been really profitable behind Rogers. Even though they lost his last start, it wasn't his fault. I think he only gave up, one earned in that last one to the Jays. So, plus money. Orioles are dangerous in the plus money spots. They're still a talented team. When they're laying odds, I will not bet them. But at plus money spots against good teams, I will look in their direction, and I think today is one of those spots. So let's get it done today, Baltimore. All right, keep it rolling. Next up, we got the Mets at home at the crib in Citi Field. Nationals rolling in this one. On the mound is Alvarez and Sproat. Is that how you say that?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should go to the Mets fan, Chris. He probably knows.
We got the Red Sox and the Rays. Mom and Dad Man's on the mound today. Gary Crochet. On the other side is Rasmussen, who's been good in his own right. Red Sox road favorites. Low-ass total, 6.5. 6.5 in Steinbrenner? Hey, that's respect to these two young men. We got the Padres and the White Sox. Dylan Cease versus Martin. And 1, 2, 3. The Blue Jays and the Royals. Scherzer. Lorenzen. Costi, what we doing?
Taking the over in the Toronto game. Both these pitchers have been getting absolutely lit up. Kansas City's been hitting righties fairly well and hasn't been any sort of change over the last 10 games in their season total. I mean, they've been consistent with righties of late. I expect to tag up Scherzer early, get the Toronto bullpen. And, I don't think Kansas City's going to win this game, but I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored. I mean, hence the total, why it's 9, but still like it. And, these teams haven't been scoring runs of late, which is enough reason for me to be contrarian here in this particular pitching matchup to take the over.
We're looking at here, Jeremy.
Yeah, in this block, I don't have much, just the Mets game with the Mets and the Nats. I feel like this game, it's got good hitting weather. We don't know a ton about the Mets starting pitcher yet he's a youngster, right? They've called up a few of those guys. Like I like Jonah Tong and some of the young pitchers the Mets have had, but I think this is an over spot, great hitting weather. I know I say that a lot, but this is one of those spots I'm going to attack. So I like the over there. With the other games, I didn't see much that jumped out at me at all. The Red Sox the Red Sox and Rays that you talked about, seeing that total that low in that stadium as a contrarian, it makes me want to take that under, but I didn't touch the game.
That's where I'm going. They ain't got to beg me. Give me under. I like Rasmussen. And Mama that man's on the mound here in this one. I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel. That's just my thoughts. So that's what I'm doing. Under 6.5. So I see it, total this low, perk my ears up, especially in Steinbrenner, bro. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to fade Costi. I'm going to take the under here in Blue Jays, Royals. Royals have been one of the more profitable. They might still be the most profitable under team in baseball. Kaufman has been one of the more profitable home venues this season. I know the Blue Jays have been dangerous. They're the best offense in baseball. That's why we love them. And I know Lorenzen hasn't been great. I know Gausman hasn't been great, but I actually think they both have solid starts here. Like, it's just one of those things where arms cold to die in Kaufman this season. Kaufman and Globe Life, arms go to die. So, give me an under. Give me an under here. Blue Jays, Royals. I think this is a good go the other way style spot. Chris, what you think?
I'm taking the Blue Jays here. What we've seen with Max Scherzer, but
and the sky is blue.
Yeah, well, Max Scherzer in his last 5 starts against the Royals, 5-0, a 0.57 ERA, including a start this season. The Blue Jays, it was the first time this season that they had been shut out on Thursday. So I think they bounced back here. Michael Lorenzen, if there's one pitcher in this matchup that's been getting lit up, it's Michael Lorenzen. He's been getting crushed. And I think the Blue Jays get to him. He's got a career ERA in 2 starts against Toronto over 8. I'm going to take the Blue Jays in this one. I trust their bullpen more, as long as it's not Jeff Hoffman. But I'll go with the Blue Jays in this one. And I lean towards the over in Nationals Mets. I can't get with the Mets at that price. I think it's really overpriced. But then again, the Nationals have been terrible too. So for me, I'd rather take the over here. I think both starters get hit. Brandon Sproat, from what I was reading, is like of the guys that were called up, McLean, Tong, Sproat, he was like the low end of the totem pole. So he was one that was the least, that they were, there was a reason he was the last to be called up. So I'll roll the over 8.5 in this one.
I think I saw a stat yesterday that said the Mets used the most pitchers of all time this year
in baseball.
Yeah,
history.
Most starters. Yeah, I think
Wow.
it was something like either starting pitchers or overall pitchers. It was something like that.
Well, no, it has to be overall because I don't think anybody could top the freaking Milwaukee Brewers last year. They used like 19 pitchers.
It was something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along those lines. Something like that. All right. 2 seconds. We got the next up. we have the. Did you go, Costa? You didn't. You started it.
Yeah, I started.
All right. Rangers, Marlins, Guardians, Twins, Astros, Mariners. Little 3-game slot. Jeremy, what are we feeling?
I don't like this slot at all. I don't really have much. I kind of looked at the over in the Cleveland game and had a lean towards the Twins, but man, I'm not even trying to bet on a bad team right now. I know Cleveland still has an opportunity here. The over looked okay, but it was one of those plays that I had written out and it was at the bottom of my list and I already scratched it off. So nothing for me in this slot.
Yeah, not a whole lot for me in this slot either, except for going homer. I'm taking my team. I know we just pretty much slammed the door on ourselves. We're done for the most part. We're now 4.5 back after losing 3 straight to the Astros. It's nasty. But we still have one of the best overall win percentages at home. One thing we do is play well at home. And Friday night, after getting swept like that by the Astros, Marlins rolling in, Male on the mound. Our last night in our City Connects, the Peagles. I should have go put it on. So last night we'll be wearing the Peagle.
What?
The Peagle. You ever see me with that with the Navy hat that has like the little lion with the eagle on it?
Oh, I thought you said beagle.
Peagle.
Like the dog, like the beagle.
Peagle.
Oh.
Panther/eagle.
I'm still laughing that Jay said doo-doo.
I think they show up for the fans tonight, Friday night at home, get a dub. Male coming back. We know how good he's been. You got the Marlins coming out of Coors. I think the Marlins bats are dead tonight. I think Male pitches a really good game. I think the Rangers win this one fairly comfortably, fairly easily. So I'm on my boys tonight. I'll talk about the other ones. I would lean Twins. I'm not rushing to bet Twins. I kind of really do want to bet the Twins, though. Guardians 1.5 back in the playoffs. It looks like, oh, my God, here they go. They got a really good situation here, too, with the Mariners and Astros, 2 teams right above them, playing each other. So things could really break their way in this series. But they're on the road. If they were at home, I would be on them. But they're on the road, and I don't really trust them out on the road, especially this time of year. Twins would love to play spoiler. I would lean Twins, and the line kind of seems to indicate that. So give me Twins. Astros, Mariners. Chris, I'm sorry, I got to steal a bit. Who?
It's not as effective when you, it's not as effective when you cut it short.
Oh.
Aw, come on.
Yeah, I like the one that goes.
Woo! Yeah.
That surprised me. I've never even seen the bit yet.
You ever
What?
seen the bit?
No. You kind of hear him say who woo, who woo, who
Woo on
woo.
the mound today, man. It's a tough one for me, though. Hunter Brown on the other side. Both teams need it. They're battling for the division. Like, it's crazy. They could go from Mariners could still go from division leader to in the wild card to out the playoffs. Like that. If they don't, you know what I mean? Astros have kind of clicked it back into form, beating up on the Rangers the way they did. I'm on the Astros. I don't trust the Mariners. I don't trust them. I don't. I know it's my guy Woo. But as I've said down the stretch a lot, is I don't think Woo can save them. I don't think Gilbert can save them. I don't think Castillo can save them. I don't think Miller can save them. Offensively is where I don't trust the Mariners, and they played well down the stretch here recently. I'll give them credit for it, but I still think the other shoe is going to drop. I think Hunter Brown has a solid start today. I saw the Astros get really timely hitting on DeGrom the other night, and that's kind of what the Astros do around this time of season, man. They just be real timely, bro. I hate to admit it, but this is a battle between two teams. One team that around this time of year gets it fucking done more often than not, and the other one crumbles. I'm just rocking with the team that history says usually goes and gets it done. So give me the Astros tonight at home, at the crib, behind Hunter Brown. Chris, what you doing?
I'm taking the other side of the two sides you took. I'm taking the Mariners. Mainly because for me, I think that Wu versus Brown is a wash, but I also think that the Mariners have the healthier bullpen. And because I mean, the Astros are still missing Josh Hader. That's a big loss. And not only that, I mean, for me, the Seattle Mariners are still, a team that, like you said, they're finding ways. They were finding ways to get it done. I mean, Houston, yeah, they found timely hitting against DeGrom, but I don't know. I still feel like Seattle can get it done here. There was a reason I crossed it off my list. I was originally going to be on the Mariners, but don't love it as much to make it a premium. The other one I like is the Guardians. I think it is a case of, oh boy, here the Guardians come. Sending out Parker Messick, who's still only making his sixth start. I think the reason the price is where it is because the Twins are sending out Pablo Lopez, who's supposed to be their ace or at least one of their best pitchers. But the Guardians are finding ways to get it done. They're hot right now. And, the Twins, their bullpen ERA is second worst in baseball in the month of September. So even if Lopez pitches well, I don't trust this Twins bullpen to be able to hold it down once he leaves. So I'm going to go with the Guardians in this one, on the money line.
I'm going to take the under in the Houston-Seattle game. Both of these pitchers have been almost unhittable in the last month plus. Wu, even though he had 13 strikeouts last game, coming off a 9 strikeout game the game before for him, he's been just over 5 Ks on. I mean, he's averaging 7 Ks over his last 5 starts. He's been in the zone. Hunter Brown has been in the zone. I know it's 7.5, but this game just screams under all the way. Seattle's been hot, but I think Hunter Brown can cool them off a little bit, and I'll take the under 7.5.
Fair enough. Last slide of the day. I think one of these graphics was wrong. Yeah, it is. This is supposed to be Angels Rockies. Brewers Cardinals, Phillies Diamondbacks, Giants Dodgers to close it out. Chris, or is it me? Sorry, it's me. Yesterday, y'all laughed. That super square ass parlay fucking cash yesterday. It was Bills money line, Dodgers money line, Brewers money line, Yankees money line. Ooh. It's okay to go square sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. With that being said, I'm going back to the Dodgers. I don't see any reason not to. Robbie Ray has been good for the Giants this season, but they're done. They're cooked. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They had their chance. They had their opportunity, and they blew it. Dodgers are a much better team at home. Let me double check something right quick. How many games left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and this will be Kershaw's last home start of his career, unless he pitches in the playoffs. So this is his last regular season home start. I think the old man goes out on a high note. Baseball is one of those romantic sports. It's one of those, storybook sports. It's one of those. It usually the book usually ends in a good way. So give me the Dodgers. They're making us pay up for it, minus 175, but I'll do it. Shout out Kershaw, man. Shout out Kershaw. Chris, what you like here to close out baseball?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with the Diamondbacks here. Fade Taiwan Walker.
My frozen or is just Jay?
What?
I see Jay moving.
Yeah.
My screen froze.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm rolling with the Diamondbacks here. Just Taiwan Walker's been getting hit lately with more to play for, and I just think that the Phillies, they can. You look at their last 5 games; they're hitting well below 200 against right-handed pitching. I think that Ryan Nelson can have a decent start, and starting to just not trust this Phillies bullpen once again. So, I think with Phillies, locking up the division, running out of time to catch the Brewers for the top spot in the National League. I think that the Diamondbacks have all to play for here, so I'm gonna roll with Arizona in this one.
Costa.
I don't really have a play in this slot at all. Baseball is very cautious for me in the late stages of September. I'll just take a Ruffalo here, pass on these 3.
Jeremy.
Yeah, I'll kind of piggyback off of what Chris said. I like the Diamondbacks. My algorithm loves Ryan Nelson today. I mean, he's up in, I think, the top 6 or 7 pitchers on the slate with some really good pitchers on the slate. So the matchup looks good for him. The other thing I'd say about this is you got to keep checking these lineups. I know a lot of people bet stuff early, but the Phillies having things locked up, they're going to give guys days off going down the stretch. You'll see some wonky pitching rotations just to make sure you're getting them some rest. So, but I do think Arizona at that small price tag is a good one. And I don't do it often, but I'm taking the over in the Rockies Angels. I know I see a ton of bats from Coors Field littered at the top of the algorithm hitters list, and it's every day. But it's weird to see this many guys. And I had a list of like 20 guys that were projected to go over 1.5 bases today. And I think 8 or 9 of them were in this game. So I'm just going to look at the number, trust it. These pitchers aren't going to get it done in Coors Field. And I think this one goes over.
Fair enough, man. That's baseball, y'all. Next up, we head to, let's do college football. We got Rutgers in Iowa. The Hawkeyes are 2.5-point road favorites, total 46.5. And we have Tulsa in Oklahoma. It was 11.5. I think this line has come down. I see some 10s. I think 10 right now is the consensus, but I got a feeling it might come down lower. I feel like a lot of people on Tulsa, so kind of keep an eye on this one. But this line does look like it's come down slightly. Chris, you're up first here, my man. What we doing?
Yeah, I would tell everybody hop on Tulsa while you still can before the line goes too far. For me, it's not an overreaction of what you saw against Oregon because A, they've had a bye week. Oklahoma State has to sort of shake that off, and B, Oregon just has a history of running it up against bad teams under Dan Lanning. So I'm not reading into that, but I still see, a young quarterback in Zane Flores who just looked like a deer in the headlights against Oregon, just could not get his mind right. And Tulsa, this team has shown some fight. I like the quarterback situation. I wasn't the biggest fan of Kirk Francis. I do like Baylor Hayes as his backup freshman stepping in and playing with some confidence here. And Tulsa always seems to at least show some fight on the field in some of these little brother, big brother matchups against Oklahoma State. So I'm going to go with Tulsa here plus the 10.5, whatever you get it at. So, but like I said, if you're going to go on Tulsa, I would hop on it sooner rather than later.
Gosti, you got any thoughts college football tonight?
Yeah, I like Rutgers at home here. I liked it a lot more when I got 3 points. Still love it as a dog at home. Iowa has, it's hard to really look at from their resume so far, but the one game that really mattered, they played a tough game at Iowa State, which obviously that's always a rivalry game, and they kept it close. But I just think Rutgers could do enough to get the win here. I mean, they've played obviously very subpar competition, but look, Ohio is a bowl team that they play in these subsidiary bowls year after year, even Miami of Ohio. So it's not like a complete cupcake here, but I just like Rutgers at home getting on the money line. I mean, obviously, you're not getting a huge price here on the money line anymore like you were +3, but still getting plus money at home on Friday night. The fans are going to be up for it. I think they do just enough to get the W.
Jeremy, what you thinking tonight?
I'm going to co-sign with what Costi just said. I mean, I have a premium on the total in the Iowa game, and but with Rutgers, I think you have to look at some of these home underdogs on weeknights. I'm not saying bet them all or anything like that, but when you get a team that's not going to, this is their Super Bowl. This is their one chance really to play on national TV and show out, unless they upset one of the big dogs in their conference. And I don't necessarily see that this year. I think Rutgers at home is a live dog.
Give me Tulsa plus the points. I don't love it, but I do think it's the right side. Oklahoma State's a bad football team. They are. You know, everybody keeps saying this last year. You know, he's had a problem with the portal. Tulsa's quarterback. Don't they got like a quarterback coming back from injury though? Possibly.
Yeah, but they might stick with the guy that took over.
See, yeah, I don't love it. Would lean Tulsa, but they're kind of starting to seem public underdoggy. But it does feel like the right play. I'm not laying over 10 points with Oklahoma State on really anybody at the moment. So, and then give me an over here, Rutgers, Iowa. And give me a small lean towards Rutgers. I think everybody is jumping on Iowa here because of name brand. They're Iowa, and this is Rutgers. You know, but I haven't been that impressed with Iowa this year. I just haven't been. And Rutgers, their offense, I think, is flying under the radar. I think they're better than people may give them credit for. And I think this is going to be one of them games that just sneak right over the total. And it's probably on like a late Rutgers touchdown for the win. I like what Jeremy said. Like, this is their Super Bowl. Like, this is the game that puts them on the map. Friday night, standalone. The world's on the other side because Iowa's, you know, a historic program. Rutgers, we don't really think of them as a football school, at least not in recent memory. Let's get it done, Scarlet Knights. So that's how I'm feeling in college football tonight. We got one more to go, one game to go, and that is in the WNBA. Win or go home. Win or go home. We got the Mercury laying 2.5, total 155.5. Asti, you got any thoughts tonight?
Nothing. Nobody in my circles really do anything with the WNBA. Honestly, I haven't watched one game all year. Focusing right now on football and baseball. But you guys go.
So no, then you don't have anything.
The answer is no. I try to give a different answer every single time he asks me. So instead of just saying no, I try to like give an educated answer why I will never give a WNBA pick.
I got you. Well, I guess it's me then.
But just to add to it, because I don't also give hockey picks. We were going to Vegas, and I asked Chris to do a twirl. I don't know why the twirl was a big deal. The fan base, the community wanted him to do the twirl. So I said, if I give out a hockey pick on the show every time I'm on until Vegas, will you twirl for me? Chris?
No twirl?
Oh, you twirl.
I'm not acknowledging that with an answer.
Oh, man.
What you like tonight?
Yeah, man, I talk about this all the time, and I don't know how you guys feel. Elimination games in basketball, it's amazing how the pace can slow down and teams can get tight. I think this is an underplay all the way between the two teams, and we've seen some crazy games. But I like the fact that this total probably in a normal game would be a little bit higher, but I like the under here at 155.5. I haven't made it a premium play, but I am going to put it up.
got a premium tonight. I can't give it to y'all right here. I can't. I hate to do y'all like that. I got a premium in this one tonight. I've hit 8 of 11 though. Trying to make it 9 of 12. It's been a really good run in the WNBA. Cash last night, I had the fever. They ended up winning the game outright like I thought they would. And there's a play I really like in this game tonight. So if you want it, it's $25. PickDawgz premium. I hate to do y'all like that. But it's only one game tonight. Y'all know when it's more than one game, I usually, come and talk about it a little bit. But I got to respect my clients a little bit in this one. Chris?
I'm going to take the liberty here, plus the points, maybe on the money line. For me, it's sort of, all in game. I kind of want the team that's, got that experience, got that, been there, done that. Now the Mercury is still a solid team with solid pieces like Sabali, Copper, Alyssa Thomas, but it's still the Liberty. And you're catching points in this matchup. I mean, it's really one that I'm not rushing to bet, but I will go with the Liberty in this one plus the points.
It's gonna be a good one. If you're not watching WNBA playoffs and you ain't got nothing else to watch, turn this shit on, bro. There's been some great hoops. Like last night was a great game. It was a great game. So they both were. They both came right down to it. So, and this one probably will too. So. All right, man. That's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. We covered it all, man. WNBA, Major League Baseball, college football, calm before the storm on a money-making Friday. Crazy weekend of sports coming up. 1 million college football games tomorrow. Solid NFL card on Sunday. Baseball still mixed in between. WNBA playoffs mixed in between. No greater time than now to hop on a 3-day pass, honestly. Hop on a 3-day pass and get what these guys on the screen are offering for the weekend. Chris, we've got a great weekend ahead. What you got going on over at PickDawgz Premium?
Yeah, for me right now, it's just Major League Baseball today. Got my MLB pickoff play. Cashed it yesterday with the Brewers run line and ready to run it back, make some money headed into the weekend. Also got this part of a 3-pack. I also got a couple plays on the board for long-term subscribers, which is the way to go. Like I always say, we always do high volume for me on the Saturday and Sunday cards. If you hop on a 3-day patch, you get all my college football Saturday, college football, NFL on Sunday. And you can also pair me up with, Jay, Jeremy, or anyone on the site. But use that promo code PICK at 15% off your purchase.
Costi, what's going on at Safe for Syndicate Group?
So I think now that we're at this stage of the game, you could basically call me the syndicate agent. If you have any interest in any of the guys that I represent and you're willing to treat it like a business, obviously I always go into detail what to do. Call the number on Premium Picks. It's under Safe for Syndicate Group. If you're interested in any of the guys that I represent, I could put you in their VIP programs and we could start cashing, man. The first 2 weeks of football have been phenomenal. Again, small sample size. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but as we ramp it up and add basketball to the mix, these next few months, going basically until April, are going to be huge. So if you're a big enough player and you can handle the volatility, give me a call. I'll set you up.
Jeremy, what you got going on today and this weekend?
Yeah, I put up pretty much most of my plays for the weekend already. I got a triple play for today that includes the premium on the college football game tonight and 2 other baseball games. And I have a 5-pack for Saturday and Sunday. And it's, you guys have pointed out, you can pair us up. I still think that 3-day pass is your best bet. If you buy it on Saturday, get Saturday, Sunday, Monday. If you buy it on Friday, you can obviously get today's card through Sunday. I love this football weekend. The college football games were jumping out this weekend. I already knew where I was going to be before I started doing my research, and the same thing with the NFL. So I'm looking forward to it.
Money making Friday, man. I always tell you on a Friday, hop on a 3-day. You get the most bang for your buck. You can even pair us up on a 3-day, But the longer you go, the better the bang for your buck. y'all know with me right now, basketball is right on the horizon. So go ahead and hop on something long term, man. And I'm still putting in the work, baseball, WNBA, and college football and NFL. Tonight, I have a college football play of the night. I have a WNBA play of the night. Again, WNBA, I've hit, 8 of 11? So I'm trying to make it 9 of 12 tonight. We cashed really nice last night. I love tonight's play. Scoop it up $25. I got 4 plays tonight, 2 baseball, 1 college football, 1 WNBA. So for tonight, I'll have a really healthy card tomorrow, and I really love Sunday's action. So be on the lookout for all of that. Yeah, parlay time. Parlay. Chris, what you got for us?
Go with the Liberty. Let's go with Tulsa. Let's go with the Seattle Mariners.
Gosti.
We'll do all MLB. Houston. St. Louis. And Chicago Cubs.
Jeremy.
Yeah, I kind of did a little same game parlay, as I always like to talk about correlation. That Coors game, like correlating. You can go with over 1.5 bases, but everybody's juiced up because it's Coors and the payout's less. So I like to do the lottery ticket thing. Give me the over in Coors and give me 2 guys that hit a home run. Joe Adell grades out as the best guy. I can't believe I'm saying that. The best hitter on today's slate, with all things considered, being in Coors pitching matchup and how he's been playing. And then I like Jordan Beck on the other side. So both of those guys, the homer, it's like a plus 1,800 parlay. I like it.
I got a 4-teamer for y'all today. And this one's way juicier than yesterday's. Even though we cashed yesterday, I think yesterday was like plus 400 or something. Plus 400 right on the dot. Let's see. Today we're going with the under Red Sox Rays, under Blue Jays Royals, under Rangers Marlins, and then the Dodgers money line. 14. Let me see what that pays out before we get out of here. Let me see. All baseball, all swag. Let's see. Under Dodgers. It's like 765. Not bad. So see what we can do. Appreciate y'all. Tomorrow's show, hour earlier, weekend style format. The format's going to change up a little bit on the weekend. It's overall. So this is my game plan. Let me tell you the game plan. Sundays, I love to go through every single game format. We're going to keep that. What's going to change a bit is, I am going to open the door for a few of our other cappers on the roster to come in on the weekend shows to give them an audience. So with that being said, we're still going to cover every game. We're still going to go game by game, but some of the games are going to be segmented out. So just be on the lookout for it. So Sunday show might be a little longer, but we'll make it work. Work in progress. Tomorrow kind of be the same thing. We'll still have, the main crew that talks about a good, healthy mix of the games, but we'll also segment it. So we're going to kind of mix them together. Be on the lookout for that. Let me think. What else I need to tell y'all? College football show will be out within the hour. Be on the lookout for that. Shot with everybody already. Just got to make a couple more editing things, and then it'll be posted. NFL show probably posted later tonight. Circa link is in the description. Get your picks in for this week. Y'all won last week. Y'all went 3-2. Solid bounce back week. Keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. We need another winning week from y'all. So get your picks in. Link for that will be in the description below. I think that's it. I think that's all I got to tell y'all. Chris, any final words before we get out of here?
Yeah, keep an eye out for the college football breakdown to be out later tonight as well.
the breakdown with Chris Ruffalo. And look out for it, man. Costa, any final words?
Let's have a big winning week, everyone. Very excited.
Jeremy, any final words?
Yeah, 3 things. Check out my inner circle with Costi and all the things he was talking about earlier. I've got the lowdown every single day, so if you get a chance, check that out. We give out a ton of information there, and I'm doing a college football show and NFL show called PickDawgz with Mark Zinno. It's just 25 minutes of me busting his balls and 5 minutes of picks.
But it's top dogs, not bottom dogs, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I was good. He wanted to call it bottom dogs because he's a power bottom.
Yeah,
but we kept it at top dogs.
It figures.
Y'all crack me up, man.
Some things I didn't need to know yet. Some things don't surprise me.
You guys decide which ones.
Money making Friday, y'all. Make it a winning day, making a winning weekend. We'll see y'all in the morning. Bet responsible. Check out a lot of the content we got coming out over the next couple days. Favorite plays, Pick Dawgz Premium. Peace.